The whispers around this possible Tyreek Hill signing have turned what was already a highly anticipated Cowboys-Eagles season opener into something even bigger, almost like the NFL version of a blockbuster movie premiere. Imagine the cameras cutting to Hill on the sidelines in a Cowboys uniform. Even if it's just speculation right now, it would electrify not only the fan base, but also shift the psychological balance of the matchup before the first snap is even played. The Eagles would be preparing not just for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, but for the potential of the league's fastest receiver being added into the mix. Even the idea of Hill joining this offense creates matchup nightmares in defensive meeting rooms, because coordinators have to start asking, what if this is real? What if we need to game plan for him right now? That kind of uncertainty can throw off preparation and tilt the advantage, even subtly, in Dallas's favor. For the Cowboys, the timing of all this could not be more perfect. A team that has long carried the burden of expectation now finds itself in a moment where they can seize momentum and rewrite their own story. Beating Philadelphia on the road in prime time would already be a season-defining moment, but combine that with the shockwaves of potentially landing Tyreek Hill, and suddenly, Dallas doesn't just look like a playoff contender, they look like a team positioning itself for a legitimate Super Bowl run. The energy is contagious. Fans are buzzing louder than ever. The players feel the weight of the opportunity. And the organization has managed to inject fresh belief into the locker room. This is what makes sports magical, those moments where preparation, opportunity, and a dash of audacity collide to create history in real time. If Dallas rises to the occasion, Week 1 won't just be remembered as the start of another season. It will be remembered as the night the Cowboys officially announced that this year, they're coming for everything. And let's not overlook what this does to Dak Prescott's trajectory. For years, he has lived under the microscope of good, but not elite. With Tyreek Hill possibly lining up in silver and blue, Dak suddenly has the chance to silence critics in the loudest way possible. Imagine Prescott stepping onto Lincoln Financial Field with CeeDee Lamb on one side, Hill on the other, and George Pickens as another weapon. Defenses would have no way to cover all of them. This is the type of arsenal that quarterbacks dream of, and if Dak delivers, the narrative around him shifts overnight. Instead of being the quarterback who can't win the big one, he becomes the leader of a juggernaut offense that can outscore anyone in the league. That's the kind of legacy-altering moment that could shape the rest of his career. For the Eagles, this looming possibility changes the stakes dramatically. Philadelphia built its defense to pressure quarterbacks and force mistakes, but even the best defensive lines struggle when their secondary is left exposed against world-class speed. Hill stretches the field in ways that make coverages collapse and force safeties to cheat. That means fewer blitz packages, more hesitation, and more space for Dallas's run game to find traction. The Eagles may walk into this game as defending champions and favorites, but if the Cowboys can combine an aggressive defensive front with an offense powered by these weapons, Philly could suddenly find itself playing on its heels in front of its own fans. The dynamic flips quickly when uncertainty creeps in, and that's exactly what this situation creates. From a league-wide perspective, the Cowboys are doing what they've always done best: dominate the headlines. But this time, it isn't just hype or marketing flash. This is about on-field implications that could tilt the balance of power in the NFC. The NFC East has historically been one of the toughest divisions in football, but with Hill potentially joining Dallas, the Cowboys don't just become favorites to win the division, they become contenders to dethrone San Francisco and Philadelphia as the conference's elite. Rival teams are already on edge, because if Dallas pulls this off, it could set off a chain reaction of blockbuster moves across the NFL. That's the Cowboys' influence, When they make noise, everyone else has to adjust. And for the fans, this is the dream. Cowboys Nation has been starving for a moment like this, something bigger than just regular season hype. The possibility of landing Tyreek Hill feels like destiny colliding with opportunity, a shot at reclaiming the swagger and dominance that once defined America's team. Walking into Week 1 against the Eagles with this energy feels like more than just football. It feels like the start of something monumental. If Dallas can take down Philadelphia in primetime while this news dominates the airwaves, the Cowboys won't just capture a win. They'll capture momentum, headlines, and belief in a season that has the potential to be unforgettable. This could be the spark that transforms expectations into reality. The ripple effects of a move like this extend far beyond the football field. Imagine the marketing power of the Cowboys with Tyreek Hill in the fold primetime games, drawing record ratings, merchandise sales skyrocketing, and a TNT stadium turning into the epicenter of the NFL world every Sunday. The Cowboys already carry the label of the league's most valuable franchise, but pairing that brand power with one of the most electrifying athletes in sports history takes it to a level even Jerry Jones himself might not have dreamed of. It isn't just about touchdowns and yards gained. It's about reshaping the identity of the team and reminding the world that Dallas isn't here to participate, they're here to dominate. But beyond the lights, cameras, and business impact, this also comes down to heart. A locker room that has long been chasing relevance and respect finally has a chance to rally around something that feels historic. Players feed off energy like this. Young guys see it as inspiration. Veterans view it as one last shot at greatness, and the coaching staff gets a weapon that can redefine the playbook overnight. This is bigger than just signing a star. It's about injecting belief into an entire franchise. If the Cowboys can take that belief onto the field against Philadelphia and deliver a statement win, then what began as rumors will turn into reality. Dallas is no longer the underdog. They're the storm that the rest of the NFL has to weather. And if that storm does hit, it won't just be felt in Dallas or Philadelphia. It'll ripple across every corner of the league, forcing coaches, players, and executives to rethink how they prepare for the Cowboys, week after week. Suddenly, every game on the schedule looks different. Every defensive scheme has to bend, and every spotlight shifts toward Dallas as the team everyone wants to watch, but no one wants to face. That's the true power of a move like this. It doesn't just change a roster, it changes the entire landscape of the NFL.